All right, hello, and welcome to my channel. Thanks for tuning in. And this channel is for educational purposes. And we check out great theories, concepts, and discoveries that you might not know about because they have been suppressed. And so they are not widely known. You have to do some digging to get there. You have to know where to look in some cases. And then you might have to rack your brain to get the ideas out of it, as well as you might have to control your emotions because it might say something that goes against your cherished beliefs. And this is a segment that we have called the Q-tip of the spear, where we look at a recap of the day's events, including many of the podcasts that I've listened to, talking about the info war, the global civil war between the patriots and the globalists, that the patriots are going to win. The globalists are on the ropes and, um, you know, flailing desperately, panicking, and beginning to expose themselves. And I think the exposure is just going to get more and more intense as the days go on. I argue for redeployment, the people on the front lines of the info war, the tip of the spear people, um, who I'm dedicating this show to. They, you know, need to keep their nose to the grindstone to a certain extent, but I should be recognizing that there's more work to be done in other areas. If this battle is, full control and, you know, you're just really for morale, keep people on an even keel, which is important. But there's going to be some heavy lifting needed to be done moving along after the victory, because after the victory is the implementation. And the implementation needs to be done correctly. It's also, it's like these investigations and really this entire drain the swamp thing. You're only going to get one chance. So you better, do it the right way, not cut corners. And I feel like we have been cutting corners in terms of our red pilling. And this is particularly true in the case of our more deep-seated beliefs. The superficial beliefs, the political beliefs of, from the 20th and 21st centuries, we've red pilled those and we've excavated that area. Um, Maybe not entirely, there's plenty more to dig out. But going back further in time, especially into the ancient time periods, we haven't done any scrutiny of that almost at all. And I think we actually don't even know how to scrutinize that. It seems like there's kind of a knee-jerk response among the, the truthers that the holy books get a free pass, that they're not looked at in the same way that other texts are looked at. This is the word of God. Um, you believe what's written in here. And that is not a truther approach. That is not what a truther would do. There is no favored text, and there is no word of God. Um, these books were written by human beings. Some of them may have been inspired, some of them may have been inspired by very bad things as well, or, uninspired, or whatever the word would be. Um, Regardless, these texts need to get some scrutiny. You can't just read them um, as is and kind of, but especially when you're used to reading texts in a very critical way now, but for some reason, these older texts get a free pass, and that's what you would call, cutting corners. We only are going to have one chance at this to implement you know, a good system, one that is not encumbered by fake stuff. But we're being lazy in scrutinizing our own systems while being very strident about uh, scrutinizing other people's systems. So that's been a historical problem. And so that is why I'm talking about it. This has happened before. And hopefully we can avoid having it happen again. Now, I do see things unraveling here. This thing with the SPLC, um, I think, is very huge because it is it's very much of a template of the MO of the globalists, using false flags, you know, um, controlled opposition, um, funding your enemies because that legitimates your position. You can see the same thing in um, uh, the actions of that small little country that begins with an I over there. And they're always funding, and that's the same with the Mujahideen. We created Islamic terrorism, because that gave us a raison d'etre, y- you know. So we created Islamic terrorism. The Mossad, I'm sure, was in on it as well. Um, and um, the same can be said about the scientific revolution and the medical industry. You're not going to find the cure to a disease because that is bad for business. You know, Eh, if you find the cure to the disease, then you're out of a job, because that's your job is to research the ending of the disease. And so if you find it, then you're going to suppress it. Um, Now, I mean, there might be some exceptions. There might be some exceptional people that would, try to buck the trend. Those are probably the same 12 scientists that have been killed in the last couple years or whatever. Those are the 12 honest ones. Um, so this is very much of a pattern. And it's also, this crying wolf kind of thing, um, the Jesse Smollett uh, type of mentality is also prevalent there. And so I think it's going to be very instructive to the general public, the normie people, um, about the MO of the globalists, that they create the enemy and that gives them uh, legitimacy because there's got to be somebody to stamp out the enemy. And so keep your eyes open for that. But, consider redeploying and getting yourself ready for the next chapter. Okay, like, share, subscribe, comment, contribute, and we will see you next time on the Q-tip of the spear. Have a great day.